My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexhamtv. Who are you?
Teddy.
Alex.
Amber.
And where are we, Amber?
At Hexham Youth Initiative.
And Hexham Youth Initiative is 25 years old this year, and Keita's been here as a fantastic leader of the Hexham Youth Initiative, together with the volunteers and trustees. What sort of things do you do down here, Alex?
Just play board games, talk and play pool and stuff.
And how long have you been coming to Hexham Youthy?
About 6 months maybe.
No, I'd say about a year or two.
I don't know.
Between 6 months and a year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Okay. And what about you, Teddy?
I like to come to play the board games, play pool, and eat all the free food out the freezer, and just talk to the leaders.
And why do you think it's a good thing to have somewhere like Hexham Youthy in Hexham?
So on a rainy day, you have something to do, or just in general, if you're bored, you can just come here and you can talk to them and stuff.
And have you met new friends here? Have you got to know new people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your favourite thing to do down here?
Talk.
Food and pool.
And do you have certain nights where certain things happen? Do you sort of watch TV together, watch the football or anything like that?
On Tuesdays they do a football night where you go somewhere and play football.
And then on Saturdays, there's another drop-in. There's one till 2:30, and then 2:30 till 4. And we usually come to the 1 till 2:30.
And do you think there's enough for young people in Hexham to do? Do you think enough is provided?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Amber, how long have you been working at Hexham Youthy?
I've been working here 14 years in September.
And why did you get involved with this project? Why did you think it was such a great project to be involved with?
I first came here as an older young person when I was around 17 years old. I came here for a little bit with some Hexham friends, and then I started volunteering, and then I became a sessional worker, and then I became a full-time worker about 10 or 11 years ago.
And why do you think that it's so important to have somewhere like Hexham Youthy in a town like Hexham?
I just think it's really important for young people to have a safe space. Some young people who come here just want somewhere to hang out with friends and play games. We do a lot of cooking, we do a lot of healthy meals, and we go on loads of different holiday activities. But for some young people who come here, we really do provide a lot of support and a lot of advice, and just a safe place that they can always turn.
And how is Hexham Youthy funded?
We've got a really big range of funders. So we have Hexham Town Council. We've just got some amazing funding from UK Youth and the Pears Foundation. In the past, we've had a lot of funding from the Rank Foundation, particularly me. I've been really lucky with the Rank Foundation. We've had the Ballinger Trust, Children in Need, just too many to list all at once.
What would you say to anybody who hasn't been to Hexham Youthy before, a young person? What would you say to them about why they should come down?
It's really good because everyone's really nice, and there's lots to do for lots of different people, and there's a bunch of different activities, and in holidays you can have a say in what you do, like Flamingo Land last holiday, and just different activities to do. So I'd say just come because it's really good.
And how about you, Alex? What would you say?
It's a welcoming community and everyone's nice. Well, my name's Vinny.
Jamie.
Tara.
Why do you come down to Hexham Youthy?
It's for the crack. It's good crack. We've got Amber, Will, he's alright. Keita, Lisa sometimes. It's fun.
It's just a very supportive atmosphere.
And how long have you been coming down here?
A while. 10 years-ish.
No clue.
7 years.
So there's something that's been going on for a real long time that's kept you involved here.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something new, I take it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say to your friends about coming down to Hexham Youthy?
I'd recommend it. I very, very highly recommend it in my opinion.
Come to Youthy.
It's just a really good time. Everyone's really friendly and there's just lots to do.
And is there a good mix of boys and girls down here?
It's mostly lads. Amber. A lot of them. I think the majority of them are of the male gender, but we get quite a few, like, girls down here every now and then.
I don't really know.
It just depends on which sessions are happening. So there's girls' days out and there's boys' days out during the trips. So girls' day out was really good. It was quite full. And then the next holidays is going to be boys' day out, and that should be quite full as well.
And do you get a say in where you're going to go?
Yeah, we can mention it to Kida and she might sort out some of the trips if we're wanting it.
And what would you say to perhaps some girls who might think coming down to Hexham Youth is a good thing, but they don't know anyone down here?
Well, you can easily make friends with people because nobody's judging you and you can just get advice for anything.
And how about you? What's your favourite thing that you've done at Hexham Youthy since you came down here?
Flamingo Land.
Okay, so there's trips and the things in the holidays. So you've been coming down here for about 10 years, and there's a pool table at Hexham Youthy. So you must be a pretty good pool player by now.
I'm absolutely. I hate to be that person, but I'm absolutely amazing at pool. And yeah, I think everyone here can. Jamie, who are you? We're having a game pool at the Grapes.
So that's a challenge, isn't it, for anybody who wants to come down here if they think they're any good at pool. You're the man to beat.
No, Kida's probably the man to beat.
What would you like to see? What would you like to see at Hexham Youthy in the future? Things that perhaps you haven't done before.
More trips.
How about yourself?
Funding to go to like a football match, like an England match, or like a new pool table or something, because that one's getting pretty old and bad.
And how about yourself?
I think more funding to go abroad again because we used to do that years and years ago, but we've not done it in a long time.
Who are you?
I'm called Jake.
Harry Hamilton Webb.
And Amber.
And Harry, I understand that you were involved with the ramps project. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we raised a lot of money to get a new skate park down over there, and it took a little while to remodel the ramps and stuff, and then they got built.
So did you help design it? Come up with the particular rides and things?
So there was a person that used to work here called Antonia, and she made a skate meeting, and we all asked what we wanted in the skate park, and then she tried her best to get that built in the skate park.
And it's just opened recently. What do you think of it?
It's actually decent. It's the ramps are so much smoother than the old ones. The old ones, if you fell off, you'd get a really big graze on your knee. But with this one, it's so smooth, you don't really get hurt when you fall off.
And it's a great thing, isn't it, for people of all ages out there? It's a great thing to have in Hexham.
Yeah, because the ramps aren't too big, so little people can have an experience of going down the ramps without being scared to go down the big ones and stuff.
And it looks like people can use it if they're on scooters, on skateboards or on bikes.
Yeah, you can use it on any sort of thing. You can use it on a skateboard, roller skates, bike.
Great. And are you involved? Have you been on some of the trips as well?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of the trips.
What was your favourite trip?
Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
What's your favourite thing about Youthy?
If it's a cold winter's day, you can come here, you can get a nice cup of tea and you'll be warm.
Who are you?
Amber Proctor, and I'm a full-time youth worker at Hexham Youth Initiative.
Tony Webster, and I'm one of the trustees at Hexham Youth Initiative.
So, tell me a little bit about the groups that run here, Amber.
So we are very busy with a really big range of groups. We have our Duke of Edinburgh Award, We run a young carers, a young families. We have our garden project, our art club. I run 3 LGBTQ plus groups a week. We have 2 drop-ins plus the Saturday drop-ins, and I'm sure there's lots more that I've forgotten.
Holiday activities?
And of course, we have loads of holiday activities every school holidays.
And one of the things that people might worry about coming to somewhere like Hexham Youthy is the cost of taking part. What is the cost, and to people to come along?
So we don't have any cost attached to any of our term time sessions, so what we would call our weekly sessions, apart from there's a small enrolment fee for the Duke of Edinburgh Award, but every single year we have bursaries available, or we're happy to spread the cost of the award, and it is a much lower cost than other places, and we would never want costs to stop anyone from attending. Our holiday activities are either with a small fee, which again can always be discussed, or recently over the last couple of years we've been really lucky to have half money, which is our holiday action fund from Northumberland Communities Together. So we've been able to provide free holiday activities with a free meal for every single young person.
And Tony, you're a trustee here
Yep.
at Hexham Youthy. It's been running for 25 years. That's a considerable effort by lots and lots of people to keep a place like this running in a town like Hexham.
It is. I've been a trustee for 25 years, so I've been part of the sort of development of it during that time. But it is a phenomenal effort, particularly by Kida and the staff who work here. All of the staff who work here give far more than they are paid for, or far more than reasonably they could be asked to do. And of course we have to raise all of the funding to keep this project going. So we're very, very grateful to all of our funders, particularly Hexham Town Council, who have always been supportive. But every single penny that it costs to run this project has to be raised, and Kida is fundamental in doing that job. Because it's our 25th birthday this year, we're trying to ask people if they'd like, just people in the general public, if they'd like to help us by making a donation. So if you go to the Hexham Youth Initiative website, you can find a very easy way to make a donation, and any donation, however more, will be very, very, very gratefully received. But also you can make a donation without spending any money particularly, because we're one of the co-op's charities this year. And if you're a co-op member and you just nominate Hexham Youth Initiative as your chosen charity, every time you shop at the co-op, then a small amount of money comes to the Youth Initiative. And that's a very easy way for anybody to help us through what are extremely challenging times financially.
And we know that these are challenging times indeed, not only for places like Hexham Youthy, but also for local businesses. But there are some successful businesses in the town that might want to support a project like Hexham Youthy. What would you say to any small businesses that might want to get involved about the impact that any money that they can donate would have in a project like this?
I think one of the key aspects of the Youth Initiative's work is that it's a very positive part of this community. The Youth Initiative came into being originally because there were concerns about the lack of provision for young people in the town, and it's played a vital role in helping to develop and to maintain the health of the community. Not long ago, every high school in Northumberland and some of the middle schools used to receive funding for youth work. So when I was working at Queen Elizabeth High School, for instance, we used to every year to have funding which enabled us to employ full-time and part-time staff specifically to provide youth work. That has all gone. So the whole burden now of providing this kind of activity is on charitable organisations like the Youth Initiative. And there have been real efforts, haven't there, in Hexham and other communities over the last few years to maintain a healthy, positive, forward-looking community. And I would say to anybody who lives in Hexham and to any business or any individual, by contributing to the Youth Initiative, then you are making a contribution to a positive life in this community.
Thank you both very much for talking to Hexhamtv.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.